Gentlemen, welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin, this is my co-host Teddy, and today we're checking out some gaming headphones. It's the Sennheiser Game Zero, with game spelled with a 4 instead of the A for some reason. Anyway, so these are a real premium gaming headset, and so I was quite interested to test these out and see how they would do. So we have them out right here, and we'll jump straight into it with the specs. So as far as connections go, which is quite important depending on what you're going to want to use these for, it's a standard 3.5mm jack, so just one for the headphones and one for the microphone, so pretty standard stuff there. Now as far as the headphones themselves, they have a headphone response of 10Hz to 26,000Hz and a mic response of 50Hz to 16,000Hz. Coming in with a weight of 312 grams, which is pretty standard as far as the ones I've tested go. It comes with a 3-meter long braided cable, so plenty long for whatever you're going to be using these for. And as you can see, it has a microphone on the right hand side, and on the left hand side I should say, and on the right hand side you have a volume control here, which is something I always like, to have the actual physical volume control either on the headphone or on the cable somewhere. It's just something I personally prefer. A lot of people out there don't really care either way, they'll just always use software, but like do it in volume control. But yeah, it's just something I quite like. So let's first talk about the looks then, the first thing you see. So I really like them. They got this like nice glossy white appearance. You can get these in black also, so that's quite good. They have these red accents on the side of the ear cups, as you can see, so that looks really good too. I really like that. Just spices it up a little bit. Has the black headband, which contrasts nicely with the white, so I like that too. And in general, they just look really ergonomic would be the way I put that. So really, well made, and I just really like the way they look. It's not too much, they're not too extravagant, there's no lighting on them, so they're a bit more understated on that side of things, but I quite like it. These will be really good, and they're still going to turn heads a bit, because of the red accents looking really nice, and just in general, they look like a really nicely designed pair of headphones. Now comfort-wise, so this is where they did really, really well. So there's loads of adjustment, as you can see. You can turn them around like that, up and down on the sides. Loads of adjustment there. You're going to be able to get these, really comfortable. They're going to fit, after you get them adjusted, they'll fit you really, really nicely. So they fold up as well if you want to pack them. So that's really good too. I just thought in general these were, excellent in terms of comfort. I really had no complaints. So they got leatherette on the ear cups here, on the ear pads I should say, so that's really cool. The leatherette also is on the headband here. It just feels super comfortable. This is actually a memory foam in here, so that's really cool. What they use on the space shuttles for the seats, so that's really nice. So just super comfortable there. Now weight wise, it's pretty good. It's pretty average, but that you don't really feel the weight with them. Like I would wear them for 3, 4, 5 hours of gaming, and you'd never really noticed it. So that's really good. That's mainly down to the cushioning, the headband not cutting in. You get that feeling on the top of your head. I never got that with them, so it was really good, and it was nice and comfortable around the ears as well. And this I can say without a doubt. Now you guys know I've been testing headphones for a while now. This is without a doubt the most comfortable pair of gaming headphones that I've ever used, by far. Just super comfortable. I really like them. The Clouds, the Cloud 2 was very, very good, and the Cloud 1 in terms of comfort. I really liked them as well. Same with the Siberia Elites, but these just take the cake. They're just the most comfortable pair of headphones I have ever used. However, comfort only gets you so far. What about the sound quality? And in that department, they do equally as well. Just fantastic, clear, crisp sound. Lots of bass as well, which I thought was really good. And I have no real complaints when it comes to the sound quality. It has the, obviously, closed ear cup design, so the noise isolation was really good. For gaming, it did really solidly as well, especially in FPS games. You would notice a lot of things, like you'd hear a lot of things that you might not have heard before, just because of how crisp and clean the sound is on these guys. It's also really good for music. I was listening to, like pop music and that, it sounded great. I was listening to a lot of, rap and hip-hop and it sounded great. But also for, rock music and that, they also sounded really, really good. So for music, they did an excellent job. The only downside, and it's only a downside for some people out there, is that these are 2.1 channel only, so no 5.1 here. Now, that doesn't bother me at all, because I find 5.1 or 7.1, like some of them are doing now, on gaming headphones to be just something I'm not interested in. You get the surround, and it does work quite nicely. I'm not going to get into how it actually works, it's quite complicated, but you just lose so much of the sound quality that it just makes me want to go back to 2.1. Because you just lose too much in having the surround. So this isn't a problem for me, but some of you out there that really like, surround sound, it might be a bit of a downside for you. But for me, no, didn't do anything. It wasn't a big problem for me. And just overall sound quality wise, by comparison to other ones I've tested, this is probably tied for the best with the Siberia Elite Prisms that I reviewed a while back. And those are coming in at a similar price to these guys as well, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, just excellent sound quality, absolutely no complaints here. Now mic quality. So this is another thing, especially for people who, go on Skype a lot or play a lot of games with friends, especially for streamers or YouTubers out there that wanting to know about the mic quality. So it's very easily adjustable, fully adjustable, you can bed it in and whatever you like. It automatically mutes when you put it up as well, which is a nice feature that a lot of you out there will like. It's very clear and really high quality. I really liked it. I thought everything came out very good. It makes you sound very natural. You don't get too much background noise with this as well, so I really like that too, especially for people that are going to be using a mechanical keyboard with something, say, Cherry MX Blue switches, which make quite a racket. So that's also a good thing. And overall, I just think it does a really, really good job in terms of mic quality. But as always, I'll let you judge for yourself, so have a listen. So this is what the sound quality sounds like at sort of like a normal speaking volume. If we start to talk a bit louder, this is how it comes out. And then if we bring it down to a sort of more mild, this is what you're going to get. So I think it's pretty good for the most part, the sound quality, and really, really solid. And we're back. So that should give you an idea of the mic quality. As I said, I thought it sounds really, really good, and it should be good enough for the majority of people out there for their use case scenarios. Which brings us now to the build quality. So these are German made, which means the build quality is absolutely excellent, as you would expect. Yeah, just feel really good. Got a nice, it's kind of hard to describe to you guys, but these have a nice amount of flex in them, which means they're obviously going to, not be too stiff on your head and be able to adjust, but they still feel very, very strong. Like these aren't going to break anytime soon. You could take these traveling with you and they're not going to break or anything like that. So I think the build quality is really good. There's not so much, there's not much use of premium materials aside from, I guess, the memory foam as the cushioning, in terms of like metal and all that. But I think they still do really good, and the build quality feels really, really solid. And as I said, I don't see these breaking anytime soon. Which brings us now to the conclusion. So what do I make of the Sennheiser Game Zero gaming headset? So in terms of looks, I think they're pretty understated, but really good. Definitely not bad. Comfort, perfect. A+, best I've ever tested. Sound quality, tied with the Siberia Elites as the best sound quality I've ever heard for gaming, music, movies, all that. But it's only 2.1, so remember that. Mic quality, I thought was very excellent. You guys can judge for yourself. And build quality was also excellent. So this seems like the perfect pair of headphones, and it pretty much is. However, as always, it does come with quite the price tag. So in New Zealand right now, at Playtech, these are $399, so $400. So that's, I believe right now, $50 more than the Siberia Elite Prisms, which is SteelSeries' highest headphones that Playtech stocks. And when you compare them like that, I mean, you get a lot more for your money when you go to something like the, the Elite Prism in terms of just thinking back on it. They're much bigger, much more premium materials. There's a lot more lighting on the the Elite Prism, if I remember back. It's been a while. So for that, it's kind of hard. It does seem a little bit too much for what you're getting, especially when, in terms of comfort and stuff, I'm comparing it to things like the HyperX Cloud 2, which is significantly cheaper. So that's the only thing wrong, is that I feel these are just slightly too expensive for what you're actually getting. However, price aside, absolutely fantastic, and definitely one of the best pair of gaming headphones I have ever tested. Now I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and like the video. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.